Alright, we're back with another episode of Let's Play Phantasy Star 2. I'm your host, the RPG guy, and just to give you a heads up, all characters that were under level, new characters I picked up and whatnot. I got all characters that weren't Rolf and Nei to level 14-ish. Someone I think got to 15, but that's the idea. They all got their the best gear possible, and in all fairness, to get all the characters to the same level ended up giving me just enough money to buy them all the stuff that they needed, so it worked out. And to give you an idea of, our loadouts here, I do not have two laser swords. It is one laser sword being used by both hands, just to make sure that that is expressly made clear. And just to give you an idea of what I've got for the main group that I'm taking to Uzo here, because the enemies are getting hard. They're getting pretty nasty. And now you might say, well, why aren't you taking like your best healer? Because we need to kill enemies quickly, and the healer is not going to do that. I also loaded every character up with as many trimates as their inventory could tolerate. Just as a heads up, because what's coming up is going to be the game's curve is going to start to show, and it mostly has to do with the enemies just being a lot stronger than you. Even with the best armor available, they hit rather hard, so you have to be prepared for some of that. And you have to be prepared with how you're going to recover and recoup from that. And the other issue too is that the characters that we all have here are the highest HP like characters available. Now Rolf and Nei can both heal, but in order to warp back to a town, we need Rolf to have MP, and he has G-Res, so meaning he has the better version of Res than Nei. So those things kind of help, but not going to help in this instance. Now the place that we're going is, strangely enough, it's one of the biggest, most complex dungeons yet, and what even makes it worse, and I mean when I say worse, is that it has no treasures in it. Let's do that right now. So there's no treasures in this place, and there's a lot of false directions, if I'm not mistaken, which I could be, and I could be doing this whole thing wrong, but we're going to try to get through here and do it. So since we don't need levels, we can go straight through to where we need to go, in theory. So we need to go up and to the left. The first area is probably the hardest to really navigate, until you get to the first stairway kind of place. But Uzo in and of itself is not, it definitely keeps you on task. And those were probably the easiest and weakest enemies in this area, give or take. Just to give you an example. Anyway, we need to go up again. No, wait, I think I made a wrong turn somewhere. I think, well, maybe not. Is there a stairway over? Okay, no, we're good. We're good. I hate this place because it's so intricate. But that's kind of what happens in these games. In Phantasy Star 2, all the dungeons are overly complicated. Look at that damage. Anna's doing just massive damage. We're going to probably use these characters for a couple dungeons just for their leveling setups and whatnot. So we need to go all the way over here. Then we're going to go down to the left. And then I want to say we just keep following this for a little bit. Oh wait, I made a wrong turn somewhere. Oopsies. It was not down and to the right. I must have made a wrong turn somewhere. Hold on. Was it over here? It's gonna happen. You're just sometimes gonna make a wrong turn. The glow sticks probably are pretty nasty. I believe they have an AoE attack that does a lot of damage, and I'd rather avoid it. So you might be saying, why are you showing us more battle footage now? because the battles are actually relevant, and knowing what the enemies can do to you and being prepared for some of that goes a long way. Even though we're so strong that they're hard, they're not going to very often get an attack in, because we don't want them to get an attack in because they're pretty nasty. But yeah. Now the burn wolves are obviously upgrades of the other wolves. They do about 20 some odd damage for their base attack. Their other attacks that they do can do more damage. Again, one of the reasons why you want to kill them relatively quickly. They also seem to move pretty quick too. So you say they got a turn. He got an attack in before we could. So they're pretty fast. It would seem anyway. They always seem to attack before I do, except like in a few occasions. Here's another grouping. Because at this point, may as well just start skipping repeats. Alright, let's move here. Okay, and then we need to go this way. Up and now all the other kind of areas we need to go are kind of to the northeast from here. So we'll make our way that way. Another grouping of enemies, blockheads. They just hit really hard. And you just kind of got to beat them down for what it's worth. That's going to be most of the fights in this area, in this game, in the majority of the game right now. Just beat them down till they die. We'll use a Dimate on Nii for now. Even though I said I was loaded with Trimate. Some characters are still sitting on Dimates. So getting rid of the Dimates would be good. I think he's all Trimate. So is she. So Rudo has several Dimates left. So let's use his. Because we can use those Dimates. You save the Trimates for the next dungeon if need be. All right, that's good enough for me. All right, let's keep moving. So let's head up and over. Now there's a cave to our left, and there's a cave to the northeast. Those caves are nothing but a circle of lies. We don't want to go to those caves yet. We have more important things to stop by and do, which is to get the actual thing that we need. Right? So, in order to do that, we actually have to ignore these early caves, the cave being up the stairs and a cave being to the west. And we actually are going to go down here to a cave that's a bit off the beaten path, but any great RPG gamer knows that. And maybe if they thought this when they set it up as well, you really shouldn't make the exit of the dungeon, the objective of the dungeon, the closest stairway. And we've kind of seen that actually off and on throughout our game here. Now some of you might say, why don't you put Rudo in the front row? Well, because I don't care that much. We could. He's, if you really want to know, Rudo and Rolf statistically are very, very similar. 153 to 157. And technically it would be better to put him in front of Nii, because Nii doesn't take hits as well. But I really just... we can change that later when it's a little bit more relevant. But yeah, theoretically Nii should be next to Ant. It should be in the third position. Just because... let's use some Dimates. Get our delicious HP back up here. Yay. Alright. Let's keep moving as we head down. And to the right. And here's our cave of choice. And we have two ways to go, but we'll be going this way. This is the Morera tree. Nii has gotten the Morera leaf. Okay, so we get the correct leaf. Now, like I said, there's a bunch of false, peaks. Hence why it's like, that's why there's all these different caves. I'll show you one of the other peaks that is nothing but a sack of lies. So here's another peak. It looks like the Maru era tree, but it isn't. And there's like 6 of these or so. And yeah, if you go up the wrong path, you have to then wander around this place even more. Again, these are reasons and things that are just, they're not really relevant, and they're not really that interesting to have happen to you. So the easier aspect, the easier thing to do is to just not bother with it. Ow! So yeah, I mean, now that we've gotten it, we can make our decision to either walk out of here or warp out of here. I think we're doing okay XP-wise, so I don't really think we need to wander out, but a part of me kind of... It's a good habit in Phantasy Star 2 to walk out of places, even though they take forever to get through. And they're mazes in and of themselves. You know, we'll just warp out. Hinas. And... Ryuka. Alright, so let me go ahead and I'm going to heal up and refill my inventory with trimates and other stuff, and then we'll get back to where we were. Alright, well, we're all healed up, and we're back in QI, or whatever the name of the city is, that I can never remember its stupid name. But yeah, we're back in town. We healed up, we filled up with trimates again, and let's talk to this guy again, because he's going to give us the new gem. There's plenty, so take some. There you go, farewell. I don't believe it's actually in our inventory, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. We'll worry about that in a minute. Alright, so now we're ready to move on. We can now head into Climatol. So let me head back to our... we need to head back to our jet scooter as opposed to jet ski. Maybe they were worried it was a copywritten term? I don't know. Beyond me at that point. Nice. Murder. Let's keep moving. So to get to Climatol, it's actually not that hard to get to. We go to Uzo, and really it's just south of Uzo, and it's this open area in the ocean that we're looking for here. Kill him. Got him. And we're going to another overly complicated dungeon for the sake of the dungeon being overly complicated. But yeah, we gotta go to this weirdly difficult dungeon. And this dungeon, for a lot of people, and myself included, can usually take 2 trips. If we luck out and we don't, get into too many random battles that kind of where we get surprised, like we did with this one, usually we can get through the dungeon in one go at the levels that we're at. If you're at a lower level, I guarantee you're going to need to tackle this dungeon 1, 2, maybe even 3 times if you're on a mission to get everything. If you're not on a mission to get everything, then you'll be fine. I overshot it, didn't I? Yeah, if you are, where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. If you're lower level than I am, you're not necessarily under leveled. I'm over leveled. Most people's playthroughs of this game, they'd be about 2 to 3 levels lower than I am. So I don't want anybody to think that you have to be like absurdly powerful. It should be around here somewhere. Let me just power through this really quick. Alright, it should be around here somewhere. Why I can't find it is beyond me. At least it's just the one enemy that we should be able to kill pretty quickly. Should being the optimal word here. Oh my goodness. Let me get back to Uzo really quick. Alright, we're back at Uzo here. Let's see, where is it? Ah, there it is. So my problem was I didn't go south enough. Whoopsies. Idiot. So, that was my problem. Well, the problem is now solved. Supposedly. In theory. The color of the water around is certain. Is what? Didn't even finish what it was gonna say. Alright. We'll use this. Alright. Whoa, yay. We are in the dungeon. And like other dungeons in the game, yeah, we gotta figure out where we gotta go. So let's get to it there. I would say... I forget where to go. I forget the bottom floor to this place, and I don't know why. You would think it'd be the one I'd know the most. But I do believe that we need to go this way. So a lot of the enemies here, again, are mostly things we've already fought, with a few exceptions. There are a few enemies that are upgrades to what we fought earlier. Like these guys, even though they're not much of, they don't seem like much of an upgrade. I think it's just that really that they hit harder. So, yeah. I believe we need to go this way. Across these darn damaged floors. Meaning that you can fall back down here again. Not gonna lie. Something that would annoy me to no end can happen. So, we need to be somewhat cautious about where we're going. As we have, these are old enemies here. Alright, so, and then we'll head up and over. Again, more damage we gotta take. But there's a better way to do this. And that would be like that, and then like that. From here, we need to go this way. And then we want to go down this way. And this should get us to the next floor, I think. Better. So we can go around some of that. Probably could have dodged more of that, but I just wasn't really thinking about it that well. Alright, so we were up at the next floor, as we now have to make our way all the way to the west. So not a majorly interesting floor, but a floor nonetheless that we need to traverse. All the way. Alright, let's keep moving here. Luckily, this is not the maze-like labyrinthian area yet. We're getting there. We're on our way to that labyrinth-like zone in due course, of course. The scalies are pretty nasty. They hit pretty hard, but again, they're not deal breakers by any means. Stretch of the imagination. Nice. I do want to double check something while I'm thinking about it. Let's go ahead and give this to Rolf. Alright, let's keep moving. There's a reason we're doing that. Just trying to empty out inventories in a proper way. Make sure we get lots of room. Now, theoretically, all the items that can be found down here can be bought in stores. Because of this realization, one could make the argument that you do not need to, how does one put it? You do not need to pick up and go for all the chests in this dungeon. I don't see it as that. I see it as money being shoved down a drain. So for me, it's like reimbursing me for money getting ready for the next area. It's cheaper to, of course, grab these items when you first come down here, but to me it makes more sense to just clear out the dungeon. You get XP, you get money, and you're going to get even more money to sell off the gear that you already got. Also, if this episode goes long, I do apologize, but I do want to get through this dungeon in kind of one fell swoop here. I'd rather not make it part 1 and part 2 do arguably the same dungeon. So we don't want to fall down the hole, because we know what happens when we fall down holes. I get angry. Enraged! Do. We get the fiber vest. Now, I want to use most of Rolf's gear first, and then kind of empty out what he's got, and then we can put all the gear on him, because that way, no matter who we have in the party, he will, we can still sell the stuff without having to dick around with too much going on. Last Dimate, we can use that on Rolf, because he's not as low as one would think. Let's go ahead and get... Alright. Down we go. Or up we go, however you want to word that. Now, here's the issue is there are like 8 different ways we can go. So I figure that in order for us to have any idea of where to go, this is beyond my memory. Okay, I'm just going to be fair with you guys. We're just going to pretty much go down every kind of walking area that we can. And once I find a chest, or we end up on like in the final area, I'll know where we need to finally go, but not necessarily where I need to be. I know that doesn't sound like it makes a lot. Trust me, it makes sense. But this is a very complicated dungeon, and I cannot imagine anyone fully committing this to memory. But it's rather rough, so I'm going to try my best to get us to where we need to go. But it's one of those things where I make the argument that it is easier said than done. Alright, let's keep moving here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see. Nope, dead end. Dead end. Alright, let's go this way. See if we can try, if I can try to... There's a door there, but I don't know if that's the only door. I want to say there's another one. But, you know, easier said, like I said, easier said than done. Alright, let's keep moving. I believe there's one down here. Yes. Oh boy. Where could I possibly be? Well, we know we're near one of the pits. So I would say if we go this way... Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think I know where I am. Okay, I know where I am. Alright, this is good. I kind of know where I am. Let me see. What is she got on her right now? Isn't that a weaker ribbon? Pretty sure it's a weaker ribbon. Yes, it is a weaker ribbon. Let's put the jewel ribbon back on. Alright, so we found this item. Yay. But what else are we gonna find is the other story. And it may just come down to the point where I just skip a few chests because, like I said, it's all stuff we can buy. I would like to get all of them because it kind of makes a precedence in which, look, we got them all, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's keep moving here. Oh, boy. Well, that's the way we came. I want to say we can actually go to another lift here. Yeah. Now, where I am unsure. But I think I want to go... There's two lifts, I think, from here. One to the left that doesn't help me at all, and one to the right, which may or may not help me at all. So let's at least go to the one to the right, because okay, so yeah, there is one over here, which should lead me to... now I don't know where I am. Shoot. It's rough. It's pretty tough. It's a tough dungeon. Because, yeah, everything's kind of weird. The layouts are all weird. Alright, let's keep moving here. So, I can't go this way. I guess I can only go this way. So... Nope. Okay. Wait. Okay. I know where I am then. So that didn't help me at all. Okay. So let's try the other way instead. It's not like we can't come back. Well, I don't know if we can come back here. But here's my deal, guys. There's nothing in here that we can't buy. So if we end up finishing this dungeon, so be it. You know what I mean? Because it's like I can wander around here to collect every treasure chest, or I could just move on. It's a tough estimate here. I'm still debating in my head what to do. All right, let's keep. See, there's a chest over there that we can't even reach. And let's see, where am I? Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Yeah, I'm actually gotten to the end of the area. Let us go ahead and just, you know what? Let's just beat this dungeon. As much as I like to collect every chest in the area, there is no reason for us to facilitate this, to do it. And the reason I say that is really because there is no reason for us to waste time doing this. We could be doing other things, like not getting our faces smashed in. Let's wait on the last bit there, because we're probably going to run into an enemy coming up. At least one more fight, I'm sure. I think we're almost to the end of this place. Alright, so we're all healed up, and I reorganized my inventory. Let's move to... The hell? What's this? She looks just like Niai. I am Niai First. I was born 2 years ago. I am the product of a biosystem experiment combining humans with animals. The people felt the experiment was a failure and thus tried to kill me. But I escaped and stole DNA data from the biosystem. I have created monsters to wreak revenge on the people who carelessly and selfishly played with life. But there is another Niai within me, a Niai who is trying to stop me. It can't be. You don't mean... Yes, that is the one you call Niai. The one you think is a friend, is a monster who despises all people. No, I don't hate humans, said Niai. I separated from Niai First because it was so terrible in her. Of course it was terrible to be born a monster, but I couldn't stand by while you tried to get revenge by creating monsters. Fool, you say such things, but you are powerless to stop me. Just try it. Well, we're gonna try. I don't want you to make any more monsters. Do you understand? Alright, well... So anyway, this is pretty much a scripted fight, so you may as well just let it go, run its course. Because Niai First usually gets to go first. So, yeah. And Niai is dead. No! Niai, hold on! There's no hope left for me. Please, Rolf, don't let them ever repeat the mistake they made when they made me. I hope everyone on Algo can find happiness in their new life. After saying this, Niai died. Rolf laid Niai's lifeless body gently on the ground. Niai, I will avenge you! So this fight is our literally our first real boss fight, and it's gonna feel like that too. I also changed the order of our characters so that way Rolf and Rudo would be in the front row, so to speak. This is a rough fight, so I want to make sure every turn I try to remind myself to use order, because this fight is nasty. Gizen, no, we want to just do Nefway. Not gonna find much better. And then attack with the other two. Again, I'm gonna cancel out the auto thingy. Actually, we don't need to. Well, we might. So, okay, so strategy, order, Anna, to Dimate, Rudo. Because of that. Because Niai First seems to always get to go, always seems to go first, so it's just better to be more prepared than anything else. Does he still have a Dimate on him? No, just a Trimate. Yeah, and see, so, and then there's an AoE attack where everybody's going to have to use a Trimate, unless we can avoid it. Because sometimes that attack doesn't hit. Oh, wait, stop! No! Well, luckily it didn't seem to hit anybody. Okay, so I guess we could just keep going. Ouch. So Anna needs to heal. Because she could die. It's very common for her to die. Because just one focused attack against her would kill her. Rolf doesn't need to change what he's doing. So, strategy, order. He can't use that other skill anymore, so we'll just stop with that. So this is what we'll do. We'll have Rudo heal himself with a Trimate. Because if she doesn't take damage, he probably will. And then we'll have her Trimate herself. Yeah. Well, she lucked out. My whole party kind of lucked out there. Alright, so I believe she only has Foy. That's not going to be good enough. So just attack. See, but that could kill Rolf. And then one more attack like that could kill Rolf. And that's one of the tricky parts. But we won. 371 XP. And a shit ton of cash. Rolf calls Niai's name once again, but his plaintive cry merely echoes and re-echoes. The weather control system is shaking terrifically. Now, Knife First is dead. There is no controlling it. All of the pent-up energy is pouring into the system. Uh-oh. Get some! It doesn't look like it's too bad. Got water back. Nice. What has happened? Rolf and the others quickly decide to return to Paseo. Because, you know, the place is, I don't know, on freaking fire. Welcome to the Clone Labs. Who would you like to have returned to you? Ah, the one called Niai? I'm sorry, but we really aren't able to return people who aren't human. It just doesn't work. Well, you did it before, jackass. Just above Paseo is a plateau. Why not put her to rest up there? Don't be sad. Everyone must die sometime. Your friend led a full life. What a douche. What a douche. What a douche. Something's wrong. Oh my gosh, the lake is overflowing. There must have been an accident at Climatorol. All of the rain supply has flowed into the lake. Mota is going to flood. Run for your lives. It's a catastrophe. Rolf, once again, there's a serious problem. Just when we were feeling relieved that those monsters had been taken care of, this happened. We could avoid the worst case if the dams could be opened, but there's no control. Someone must go there and open them. Please let me do it. Well, but I'm sorry to say this, but the government of Palma, I think is the original translation, has announced your names as the ones who made Mother Brain go crazy. Right now, the security system is desperately trying to catch you guys. It is too dangerous to do anything that stands out, but even if we stay inside and hold our breath, they will find us sooner or later. I'd rather go and open those dams. I want to find out who is trying to destroy Mota. I see. I won't say any more. Take care of yourselves. Damn right you won't say any more, motherfucker. So, yeah. The shit kind of hit the fan, didn't it? So, we've got our work cut out for us. We've got a lot to figure out because we got to figure out how to unlock the dams. Is there any hope for Niai? Is she gone forever? No! And amongst other things. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I am your host, the RPG Guy. When we come back, Mota is in danger, and we still have a friend to lay to rest. and all of that good stuff. So thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch page at twitch.tv/JackTardStudios for more live gaming action, and as well as all the other Let's Plays on my channel. So thanks guys for stopping by. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.